I get up, I brush my teeth, and I pick out my school clothes.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 changes if Clueless were made today.
Yeah, do you have a number of a cab company?
Cher is saving herself for Luke Perry.
Josh, you are not my brother.
For this list, we're interested in what a modern-day version of this movie might be like, because, let's face it, a lot has changed since 1995 when the film first came out. And even if the movie is over 25 years old, beware of spoilers ahead. Do you feel like we missed something? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Cher no longer saving herself for Luke Perry.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, rake me off a piece of that.
Survey says?
Doable.
One of the changes would be Cher's love interest. Now, we're not talking about Elton or even Christian or Josh. We're referring to Cher's obsession with then heartthrob Luke Perry, who has sadly since passed away.
Cher is saving herself for Luke Perry.
In the early 90s, Perry became a teen idol after he was cast as Dylan McKay on the hit show Beverly Hills 90210.
Welcome to paradise, man.
So it makes sense for Cher to want to save herself for him in the context of 1995. Flash forward to today, and Cher would probably be more obsessed with a Timothée Chalamet, or maybe one of the Hemsworth brothers.
You know, for a crazy homeless person, he's pretty cut.
In fact, Cher's response to being told that she was ever into Luke Perry would probably be a big as if. Number 9. Taking selfies over Polaroids.
A night alone with Christian, I sent for reinforcements.
Let's be real. If Clueless were made today, there's no way Cher would be taking Polaroid pictures of her outfits. Her selfie game with the latest iPhone would be off the charts. It's no secret that Cher Horowitz doesn't trust mirrors, so to gauge her look on a day-to-day basis, she relies on Polaroids. You remember those bulky cameras that printed the shots in real time?
I don't rely on mirrors, so I always take Polaroids.
Cher was actually ahead of her time in the whole selfie revolution, but she just lacked the proper technology to really streamline the process.
Cool picture.
Doesn't she look classic?
Well, if the movie were made today, there would be no shortage of available devices for Cher to capture her outfits on, and no shortage of selfies saved up on her phone. Number 8. Updating Rollin' with My Homies.
Hey, Sherry, can you do this? Rolling with the homies.
Rolling with the homies.
Yeah, let's do it.
We don't know about you, but a lot of our musical taste was informed by Clueless. The movie had a killer soundtrack whether you were a ska head, a hip-hop junkie, or a teeny bopper. And a lot of the songs used in the film still hold up today. But the main song that comes up more than once in the movie, Coolio's Rollin' with My Homies, would probably need to be updated for a modern retelling.
Rolling with the homies. Oh, hi. Don't cry.
I'm sorry.
The song is famous for being the one that's playing when Ty first dances with Elton. And as much as it hurts the 90s kids in us to say it, if that party happened today, it's way more likely that Pharrell's Happy would be blaring in the background. Number 7. Modernizing the Aliyah scene. A semi-pivotal moment in the film comes when Josh rescues Cher after she's just been mugged. The assailant actually holds Cher at gunpoint, taking her phone and purse and telling her to get down on the ground, thus potentially ruining her Aliyah outfit.
Get down on the ground. Face down. Come on.
Oh no, you don't understand. This isn't a liar.
She argues, but eventually complies, though we can feel her pain of having to lie face down in a dirty parking lot with her designer suit on. A few things to note here. 1, in today's version of the film, Cher might have avoided the whole fiasco by just calling an Uber instead of dialing the operator to put her in touch with a cab company.
Dialing information.
Yeah, do you have a number of a cab company?
And 2, the modern movie would probably have to settle for a more up-to-date clothing designer.
It's like a totally important designer.
And I will totally shoot you in the head. Get out. Good? Good, yeah. All right, count to 100. Thank you.
Number 6, Cher would be on social media. In fashion or otherwise, Cher is clearly on the cutting edge of all things hip and cool. So, if Clueless were made today, she would definitely be a massive hit on social media. It's almost scary to think about how obsessed Cher and Dion might be with Instagram, TikTok, and any other social platform that allows them to parade their outfits to the world.
Oh my god, he's way popular. He's like the social director of the crew.
Yeah.
It's a safe bet that Cher would even be a micro-influencer. Or heck, even a full-fledged influencer given her style savvy.
Smile.
And forget about in-person meet-cutes. Cher would be getting set up on Tinder left and right. And her tips and life epiphanies would go straight from her head onto Twitter. Number 5. Paul Rudd could still be Josh.
I can't believe I'm taking advice from someone who watches cartoons.
A lot of things have changed since 1995, but one thing that's pretty much remained the same is Paul Rudd. That's right, if the movie were made today, the role of Josh could still be played by Rudd, the ageless wonder. Sure, it might be a little creepy to have a 50-year-old play a college grad, but hey, a little makeup goes a long way. We're convinced that Rudd can still pull off portraying a 20-something like it's no big deal.
Hey, we're soulmates, right?
What? Yeah. Whatever.
The movie's climactic kiss would probably take on a new level of awkward, but then again, the scene already has Cher making out with her stepbrother. Is it really that much worse if the actor playing him is potentially a grandpa? Number 4. Dropping the stepbrotherly love.
How many hours a day do you spend grooming yourself?
Some people are not lucky enough to be as naturally adorable as you are.
Stop it. You're making me blush.
That leads us perfectly into our next point. What's with the whole stepbrother love aspect of the movie? Let's be frank here. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Let's do it.
In our modern-day world, the final kiss in Clueless is perhaps a little de trop. But seriously, having Cher fall for her ex technically a relative would probably have to be cut from the movie as quickly as a joke about Christian sexuality. We know the movie is based on the 1815 Jane Austen novel Emma, and that sensibilities were much different back then. But this wouldn't be a straight remake of that story. And maybe we ought to just forget about the whole brotherly love aspect.
How much fun would it be having a brother type tagging along?
Josh, you are not my brother.
Number 3. Katherine Newton could be Cher. We know what you're thinking. If Paul Rudd still gets to play Josh, does that mean Alicia Silverstone gets to reprise her role as Cher?
Ugh, as if.
Well, not really, since Paul Rudd is a genetic freak. But fret not, because Katherine Newton has that perfect Beverly Hills look, along with the acting chops to go with it.
You said it spoke to you because it was about finding a purpose in life, which I get. Making your mark. I get that. You're the one who always said a person's life needs to matter.
You may know Newton from her role on the HBO mystery series Big Little Lies, or from her numerous films. But the truth is that, like Silverstone in 1995, she's still on the cusp of breaking out fully.
Gross.
If she were given the role of Cher Horowitz in an updated version of Clueless, we're pretty confident she could crush the part and quickly become a household name. Number 2. Changing up the outfits. We've already touched on it, but it's well worth stressing that one of the biggest changes if Clueless were made today would have to be the wardrobe. And not just Cher's, but everyone's.
He does dress better than I do.
Fashion is cyclical, so we're not going to condemn the 90s style of baggy jeans, plaid skirts, and sweaters tied around the waist.
So, the flannel shirt deal, is that a nod to the crispy Seattle weather, or are you just trying to stay warm in front of the refrigerator?
But it's probably safe to say that today's version of the movie would feature a lot more mom jeans, skinny sweats, and monotones. Or whatever's next.
Lucy, where's my shirt?
Probably at the cleaner.
Cher was the fashion icon of her day, and we know she'd get with the program quicker than most.
I've got an idea. Let's do a makeover.
In fact, she would likely set the tone of high style herself, while the rest of us just tried to keep up and follow along. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. The revolving closet would stay, because let's face it, it's still very cool.
I mean, I get up, I brush my teeth, and I pick out my school clothes.
Soul Cycle over Richard Simmons, because home workout tapes are passé.
Squeeze in.
Cher, I don't want to do this anymore. And my buttons, they don't feel nothing like steel.
FaceTime over landline. How else would Cher and Dion communicate? I mean, seriously.
Dee?
Sup?
Did you get your report card?
Yeah, I'm toast. How'd you do?
I totally choked. My father is gonna go ballistic on me.
Mr. Hall was way harsh. He gave me a C-.
Well, he gave me a C, which drags down my entire average.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The slang would be so different. More than anything else, what gives away the fact that Clueless wasn't made recently has to be the film's slang. From a
Ugh, as if.
to a
Whatever.
from a
Kind of a Baldwin.
to a
totally bugging.
90s slang reached its apex with this movie. They just don't slang it like they used to. We'd probably be calling Cher's dad a boomer and her classmates Karen. Our personal favorite from the original is
What's a Monet?
which, to those unfamiliar with 90s nomenclature, refers to someone who looks beautiful from afar but is a total mess up close. Seriously, is there a more on-point and sophisticated slang term than that? If there is, let us know, because we are too busy trying to choose a suitable modern-day alternative to a Baldwin.
Whatever.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.